So now I'm with Kiri, Martin and Nick from Flaming Road. They will be on the gig tonight too. And they were so nice to agree to answer my questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
So your album was released slightly over a year now, right?
Just exactly 1 year ago, I think.
Okay, this is kind of an anniversary then.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. I mean, thank you. I am really loving the album, and that's why I came this far to see you guys tonight. And how do you feel now? Have you ever imagined that you would be part of such a successful project? All three of you. I really want to know.
We hope. we have a hope. But it was a really difficult situation for us to play live because of the...
I know. How many people? 100?
No, 30
on the album.
30 musicians and then like 15 singers?
Yes, about
In the studio album, right?
with
16.
16.
Background singers 16.
And tonight, how many singers will be on?
8.
8.
Oh, seven
Seven,
singers
you're right.
and a 10 part.
And I know that you had a lot of guitar players, guest guitar players
Yes.
for doing the solos. So are you doing all of them tonight or?
The most
of
of the solos, but Stefan, our second guitar player, will do solos too. But he does not like playing lead guitar, and I said, "Hey, you have to." No, but he plays two small solos. I have the challenge to play the Gary Rockham and Brent Allman
I
parts.
know! I mean, this is kind of challenging, right? How did
Yes.
you go about it on the earlier gigs? Because it's not your first, right?
Yes.
You've given some gigs before.
4 gigs.
4 gigs, so this will be your fifth. So were you playing all the lead guitars?
Yes, most of them.
You used it then?
Yes.
Yes.
It's my part in the band.
Did you know that when you got Gary, for example, on board, that you would have to play the lead guitar all on your own?
We did not think about playing
Okay.
live at this moment,
Ah.
but if I had this in mind, but there's enough space for the own variation in my own guitar playing. I don't
Okay.
play every note like Brent.
And you don't have to.
It's not possible for me. I'm not
We wouldn't
as fast as
understand.
Brent is. but I think the Gary solo he plays in the band of Eleanor.
He did some vocals too.
He did some vocals, and a lot of vocals, lead vocals
Backing.
and backing vocals with Grant together, and so we split those parts between all singers.
Okay, so have you imagined this to be a studio project then?
Yes.
Oh,
in the beginning,
really?
just a studio project. Yes, and then there was.
So the demand
request
came
for
from
playing live.
festivals or something? How did you start playing gigs then?
The first request was end of 2011 when our label boss Oliver said, "You have to play with Haken together
Oh.
in Rüsselsheim." Okay.
So was that your first gig with Haken?
Yeah,
Wow,
first gig.
good.
And
They're lucky.
and we said,
I know.
it's not possible to play all stuff
Yeah.
in a band. But we said, let's try, and if not,
Then not.
then not.
Exactly. And thank you, we're happy that you're doing this. Have you ever been to the US?
No.
No? Are you planning to?
Yes.
Because they're dying to see you guys. You need an organizer and
It's
all
we
for
really
you.
so
need money.
expensive.
You need money.
Because we know that Beyond the Bridge play in the US, they spend a lot of money for the flights.
I know.
The logistical part for it. Not just for playing there, but the flights and the equipment and such.
I know.
Organization.
And we are so many
Yes,
people.
you're
10
really
people.
crowded.
And we try to play with all those 10 people if we can. We just don't want to throw someone out of the band.
Do you think you will fit into this stage tonight?
But we will get it.
We'll see.
We will try.
Okay, so now let's talk about the album. So when you were writing these songs, you actually had other bands, right?
Yes.
But you didn't want to use these songs for those bands, but you wanted to start something from the beginning.
Yes.
Is that because those songs wouldn't fit into those bands, or
Exactly.
did you? Exactly, that's the
Yes.
reason.
That's,
We're lucky then.
The main reason, because at this time there was Steel Protector, just a metal band from my hometown where Kiri also sings, and then it
Who else from Flaming Roll?
Flaming
Just
Roll.
you two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
the other guitar player played a solo on the Flaming Roll, Christopher Müller.
Okay. Oh
His
yeah.
name, he played one of the solos.
And Jessica Schmarter.
Jessica.
With love and not
What's
love.
she doing?
Eleanor. on drums.
Ah,
Sweetwater. She's
okay.
the main vocalist in this band.
So you're taking a lot of things from Steel Protector.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Is it still on?
Yes, it's still on, but
Okay.
laid down.
It's a break.
So
there's a
the
break.
priority, your priority is Flaming Roll. Good. I'm happy.
But if there will be requests for Steel Protector gigs, we will come together, doing some rehearsals and going on stage.
But is it the only reason? I mean, you have some songs which don't fit into those bands, or have you ever had that in mind, starting something bigger, let's say, because it's kind of bigger, right? Both in terms of the people involved and the number of the people involved and the people involved.
Yes.
So did you had something in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
It was
How
always
old were you when you first had that idea?
So I think I was 16 years old when I
Oh my
heard
God.
those Arjen CDs, one after the other. I didn't have a driver's license at this point and was traveling by train to the biggest cities to buy CDs from Arjen, because the internet was not as popular as today.
Sure.
And
But
then
you
I
were
thought,
16 2 years ago.
No, I look
Oh, wait for the question.
but it's 12 years ago.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
And
Arjen.
yes, and then I had those ideas which were more progressive than it would be good for Steel Protector or the German rock band Aus der Gegend. Doesn't exist, but Niklas was playing drums and Kiri was also singing, so it's always the same people. And
So good.
so we thought about, in the beginning I thought about doing those songs just as a studio project, recording some songs with friends, making maybe a story with about 6 songs, not more than 6 songs, and even more song ideas were there. And then I asked Niklas, hey, with time just drumming some stuff in the studio, and it was Christmas time 2008. We had about 1.5 weeks preparing drums and recording nearly everything from Eleanor in those 1.5 weeks. So all the drums were recorded in 1.5 weeks, and 3 songs were done a little later.
So speaking of Arjen, it seems to be a huge influence to you guys, right?
Yes.
You can't deny it.
Well, you don't need to. I'm just wondering, Arjen Lucassen is so special for me.
For me
And
too.
he is
Yes.
to you guys too, yeah.
Greatest musician and artist ever.
Definitely, I'm a very nice person. Absolutely accessible, approachable, always interacts with fans and stuff. I'm just wondering whether he knows about you guys. Have you ever contacted him? Really? So tell me about it. So what happened?
We're a little shy, but hello, we are Flaming Roll. Could you hear our music, please?
What did he
This
say?
way. I don't know what you wrote to him.
We were writing together. I had the first contact via MySpace, and I sent him a message, but there was no Gary at this moment, no Billy Sherwood,
Okay.
no Jimmy Keegan. It was just very small in the beginning. I said, hey, I have this idea and curious writing a story, and I had some music, and it's such similar to your thing. We have also some characters like in the equation, and he said, hey, great to hear that I know a big influence. And this was the first contact, and later when everything was finished, I contacted him again, and he reminded my name, I think.
Oh, okay.
Remember? Yeah, but I asked him to listen to the music and send him some YouTube links. And tried to send him the whole album, and he was very honest, and he said, I do not have the time to listen to the music, because I get
Easy.
50 CDs every week from guys, and they are all in such a corner in my room, and
a lot
I
of
cannot
people
listen
want
to
to be
every song.
his vocalists, so
Yes.
they are sending a lot of recordings and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
He agreed, and
we have a new interviewee in the picture. I don't mind.
and he said, but I'm very glad to hear that you're successful with your album,
Good.
and
He's
that
nice.
he was very kind, and I think one day we will meet and we will get together and contact, however, but it will happen.
He gave some congratulations to us,
Yes.
I guess. So he heard it, of course, I think.
I think
A
he
little
listened
bit.
to it.
Let me
But-
tell you one thing then. Well, I was exchanging emails with him, and I let him know that I was coming over here to listen to the On the Bridge on Flaming Roll, and he's like, "Oh, I know those guys, say hi." Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Definitely. So well, a new rock star has just arrived, and I got him in the picture right away. Mark is with us now. He's a really famous keyboardist in Germany, and he's taking his part in Flaming Road too. Well, we talked about a lot of things. Just feel free to jump in and say your thoughts about anything. Welcome. So we were talking about the big guys.
Yes.
And how you got them on board, and you were telling me that they're on Facebook.
Yes.
And, well, it wasn't that simple. What did you send them? How did you convince them?
So I just sent them a message and said, hey, I'm Martin from Germany, I'm doing this Flaming Road stuff. It's a kind of rock opera, a concept album with an idea of lyrics and music. And it's nearly finished, and some guest guitar players. And I thought just writing you, I'm a fan of Shadow Gallery, and it would be a pleasure for me if you can join with some songs. Some days later, I sent them a link to my MySpace page. I also announced 3 of the songs.
Okay.
Just rough mixes, but 3 of the songs to present the idea to the audience, possible audience. And they listened to the Initiation Fugato. Wow, the vocal, gentle Giants boxwood stuff, I like it, and they said, okay, we'll play some stuff there.
Okay, let me ask you another question then. Did you get them on board because you wanted to work with them, you wanted to experience it, or to get easily noticed, or why else? Well, why not? First of all.
No, it was very spontaneously to contact them, because I found them on Facebook. And like, cool, Gary is there, just ask him.
Okay, so you didn't have a plan.
No.
But when
there was
you
no
saw
plan.
his name, why not?
Why not?
Good.
Just for some guitar solos, because there was
That's not
space
very
for...
German, is it? Germans get plans.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Okay. You don't know theory.
But this was the idea, just to ask them, are you interested in doing it? And they were.
Good.
And so I had in mind, just Gary and Brent said yes, why no one else? And then I found Billy Sherwood, and hey, vocals for the album would be cool. Billy has special voice, I like Yes, and I also like some of the stuff he did with Yes. Also, it's not as popular as the older Yes songs, but I always liked his voice.
Yes.
This kind of singing, and I contacted him, and he said yes, of course.
Good.
Right.
So Nick, you were involved at a really early stage, right? Can I say that? No. Compared to others.
Warst du einer mit der ersten?
I mean, okay.
Also,
It doesn't matter. The question is, did you foresee it to be this successful? No. It went beyond your expectations, right?
there was never a plan. Martin came to me in 2008 and told me to record some drums for some guitar playings he did. He said, I've recorded some guitar riffs and sounds cool. Let's record it and let's see.
Okay.
That was it. and I played these songs. We wrote these songs and played and recorded them. In
Was everything ready when you came on board?
No,
Just the
that's what
basic
I'm talking
ideas.
about. Yeah.
Just the basic idea.
just the rough guitar riffs were there,
Okay.
and so we wrote some
you
drum
were
tracks.
involved in the writing process.
He was
Yes.
in the arranging process for the
Okay.
drums, for the whole.
Yes.
Very intense, yes.
And after 1.5 weeks of recording, I never heard anything about it again for a year
Really?
or longer. I don't
Longer
know.
than a year.
It was
Wow.
really long time.
So what were you doing in that time then?
Sleeping.
Recording.
Sleeping all night.
That's nice music. Let's sleep.
Good one.
Now we're done.
Recording guitars, bass,
Ah.
keyboards, everything. But we had such a long time because I have my own studio, and there was no hurry, no time pressure in it. And
Okay.
I think it would be possible to do even faster, but it was not necessary.
So one more question: when did you first understood that it was something really huge, worldwide, big in progressive scene, and how did you feel?
Well, for me it was a big thing when Martin had the idea to put smudge musicians from our hometown together. It was one of the milestones of this of the Werdegang of the process. And this was a big thing. I thought, cool, all the musicians, because we have very good and very much musicians in Osterode, in our hometown. And
Just don't ask
Then-
me to pronounce it. That's okay.
and then month after month, he found new musicians. I found a keyboarder. It's Marek. He's from. Oh, ich kann nur so reden wie du, aber ich weiß doch nicht, wo du herkommst.
Von drüben.
Where are you from? Dresden, no.
When did you get involved and how?
The email.
Email?
It was a mail from Martin. I think he discovered the CD of one of my bands, Toxic Night.
No, Seven Steps.
And just it was the same development like he described before. And I got.
Did you get excited when he contacted you? Or okay?
It was not the first mail of this kind.
Okay.
But
okay.
it was the first time I felt it. It's really.
So you
That's
felt it.
I was waiting for.
That's good.
My whole life.
Yes, because in my bands I'm one of the main writers.
What made
And
you
so-
feel like that? I mean, did he send you some tracks?
Same way,
Okay.
I think. Some rough mixes, and because I'm the main writer in my bands, so.
Did you get
as
involved
keyboardist
in the
or-
writing process in Flaming Roll?
Later
Uh-huh.
a bit, but the main basics I got from Martin.
Are you
And
the only?
This was very interesting for me.
Good.
That material came from a guitar player alone, and
So Kieran, the concept and either all or most of the lyrics belong to you, right? Yes. So how did you go about it? Did you have the concept in mind before, get-go, or did it kind of emerge during the writing process?
It grows by writing. So I sat on my PC and think about it. What can you do? And
Were you listening to the tracks and kind of trying to come up with something which would fit the music, or
no, it wasn't
okay?
independent writing.
Independent writing.
Yeah.
Okay. But so you wrote most of the lyrics, or all of the lyrics? I don't know.
No,
and
not
the
all.
concept is coming from you,
Yes.
which we love. So what I'm wondering is, did you have this concept in mind in the beginning, or
No.
did it kind of emerge when you were writing?
Yes.
Does it coming from the books you were writing or your own experiences?
Most of it wasn't my own experience.
Ah, this is something. I love it. Good. Are you working? I'm kind of sure that you will be working on a second album, right?
Yes.
And will you be writing the lyrics again?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Have you got any concept in mind now?
Yes. Right, actually.
Give me some clues, maybe.
It's a science fiction story.
Oh, good.
A real man story, I guess.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But not science fiction like Arjen.
Okay.
We have to.
Flaming Road type of science fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
It's more modern. It's great. It's a great idea. It's not perfect at this time to talk about the idea because it's not finished yet.
Okay. How about the music aspect? Are you already working on
Yes.
the songs?
The same thing when we started with the first song for Alan. Just recording guide guitars on a click track on a
Good.
basic rhythm.
It's exactly the same
Exactly
way,
the same way.
because up to now I don't know the concept. I don't know the story.
Okay.
So
Well,
maybe next year.
Okay.
Everything goes rather quickly with the songs, and maybe we can present the first album next year because we plan to record a bigger story on more CDs, just on one.
Okay.
So there won't be just one CD, maybe 3.
Will it be with the same lineup, or you won't be in it, for example? And I'm also asking this question with regards to the big guys. Will they get involved, or are you? Of course, good. So, are you planning to get more music giants on the second one, maybe?
We try to.
Oh, okay.
We try to, because everyone who joins the band as guest musician does it because he likes to do it, not just why we are asking for it. Hey, you can do, and it's okay. So hey, it's okay. We like the music. We want to be a small part of it. And as a singer or a guitar player, maybe. And yes, we try to do, but there are no plans for singers yet because it's too early.
But you're in touch with Gary.
Yeah, so Gary wrote me and said
They asked you, brilliant.
we are there for backing vocals and guitar solos again if you want. And it's great to hear.
Good. Well, I've covered all of my questions. Have you got anything to add to the interview? First of all, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank
I
you.
know you will be
Thank you.
on the stage. Good. Before I finish this, well, I'm sure you remembered the review I published on my
Of course,
thing
many thanks.
made by Chad, right? He said hi, and he's a huge fan. I'm asking you to say hi to him because it matters to me.
So just
Chad, hi Chad.
Chad, okay.
Chad.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
I love you.
Love you.
We love you all.
He's the fan number 1. Okay?
All right.
That's the deal, right?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for the interview.
Many
Until
thanks.
next time. Cheers.